My name is Luke Jaso. I came in the neighborhood about 3 years ago. I've lived in the St. Pete area about 15 years, but fairly new to this neighborhood, loving it so far. And this is my clay studio. I play with clay. I started out a short walk that way at the Clay Center. That's where I started my journey, and I loved it. I loved the people there, everything like that. And I thought the only thing to make this better would be if I could get up out of my own bed and walk 10 feet to my own studio. So here we are. Got this shed put in, built out the benches, all that. Got my kiln, my wheel, everything I need, my glazes. So yeah, it's a lot of fun in here. So I've been working in clay for about 4 years around the COVID time. I did a class in high school that kind of got me interested, and I always wanted to do it again. And I'd drive down First Avenue passing the Clay Center, and I'd tell myself, man, I need to go in there. I need to, get back into it. And every time I'd pass by and just thinking I got to do it. And then finally I just said, screw it, going in there, talked to the owner, fell in love with the studio, and pretty much started going 5 times a week. Yeah, I deal with mostly like functional art. I like the idea of making something that's beautiful, that's good to look at, but more importantly, something you can use. So that's why I do a lot of mugs. I do like planters, things like that. I got some butterbells over there. And I'm always trying to expand, thinking of different things I could create. So it's been a fun journey, and just always looking to, improve myself, improve my product, and just have fun with it. First I thought, okay, I just want to get a wheel, and then I could create in here, and then I could bring it to a studio and fire. And then I was like, well, if I want a wheel, I could get a workbench and maybe get a glazing station. And that's kind of where it just like hit me, is like, you know what, if you're going to go that far, you might as well go the distance and get a full functioning studio. Even though it's small, I could do everything in here from start to finish. And that's what I love about it. So I took the final step of saying, I'm going to get a nice kiln. It was the biggest setback in price, but man, this thing is worth it. I set whatever firing I want. I can walk away, come back in a day and unload it, and then keep the process going. My favorite part has to be on the wheel, because that's kind of where I'm in my happy place. I'm in my zone. I kind of just forget the worries of life, and I throw on some good music, a good podcast, and I'm just there creating. And that's kind of where it all starts. So the wheel, the very first process of the, I guess my art comes from, partly to do with where I'm from in Northern California. I'm from Humboldt County, way north, almost to Oregon, big redwood trees, all those things. So like this piece here has a lot of native influence, and just kind of hand painted that, and that was a salt fire. So this really hits home with me, from reminding me of where I'm from and everything like that. And then also I do things like stamps. So this is my little brother's farm, Jaso compound. So that's in Susanville. And I do a lot of functional art, being mugs and things like that. So play around with different clays, different glazes. And that's still a learning process, especially the glazing part. Doing a little bit of hand carving. And then this is called marbling. So I put 3 different clays together, I throw it on the wheel, and it gets that cool little swirl pattern. So yeah, I've been playing around with different styles, trying to find my groove in which style I want to go to. I'm digging the carving aspect of it, and then where I just wash it with underglaze, and then I wipe it away, and I could make these patterns pop. And more recently, I've been trying to get more into the St. Pete theme. So I have right here, storm drain. Throw that on a mug. I think it's kind of cool. And again, I would deal with a lot of drippy glazes. I like that effect, but that's all part of the learning curve. Something I enjoy, is a challenge. It's very meditative, but at the same time, kind of frustrating.